Despite being way off its highs and written off by nearly everybody, make no mistake, there's opportunity in crypto. I quantify it all on today's REKTelligence report. As a friendly reminder, everything in today's show is for informational purposes only. There is no investment advice given. All right, let's get into the show. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Dave. This is the Edge Report, where I quantify specific opportunities in stocks, ETFs, and crypto. And today I have an altcoin focus. Now, despite this asset class being way off its highs and written off by nearly everyone, which happens cyclically in this space, there's still opportunity. I'm going to showcase some recent trades in altcoin edges I've created, including an open one. All that ahead. Stay tuned. Before I get to the recent altcoin trades, and again, an open one, I want to just share with you the bare bones minimum of my testing process right now. Real quick, the in-sample or training period for all of the edges I created across alts is right here, 2020 through the end of 2023. Now, we don't have a lot of data in crypto, so this has implications for the logic you use. Machine learning and overly complex, ornate logic with a bunch of conditions, it's going to burn up a small window of data like this very quickly, which is a negative. You want simple but sophisticated logic that can generalize into the future past the hard right edge of the chart. That is the goal. Now, very importantly, the out-of-sample period right here. This was 2024 through the end of July of last year, 2025. Traders, crypto is not a wild, unruly market. It's an asset class with 500% more time for price discovery and opportunity. My new course, Crypto Traders Edge, is now live through Algo Advantage, one of the top quant pods and academies out there. A full systematic framework, backtesting, strategy development, validation, real edges with full code, not hype. Links in the description, or head to my Substack at REKTelligence. Now back to the show. I'll start with ICX. Notice it's ICX to USDT, that is the stablecoin Tether. And this is the alt stretch edge. This is a mean reversion edge, and that's what's been active mostly among all of my edges for alts and Bitcoin. So here we go. Left-hand side of the chart, you see December 18th meets entry. Nice upswing over the next several days. Exits on the 30th of December. And fast forward to the middle of the chart. Next trade here, February 5th. That is the low, by the way, for Bitcoin and many alts, not this one, but this buys that low, and you can see holds until an exit on March 11th. Results in the upper right-hand corner for the first trade, 9.8%. For the second, 1.38%, very modest. Let's look at the equity curve, which, by the way, is a combined equity curve of both in-sample, but more importantly, out-of-sample and walk forward, which is 2025 in August to the present. And you can see risking 20% of equity per trade, total P&L 40%, just north of that, max drawdown as per TradingView 17.2%, 26 instances, combined hit rate 88.46%, 23 out of 26, very nice, and upsloping to the right out of sample, which is great to see. Profit factor just south of 3 at 2.98. Let's look at Zilliqa, ZIL. You see again, that actually even further back for this one, October of 2025, just a very ugly day on the 10th. And you can see this buys the end of that session and holds until November 7th, roughly a month. And you can see the next trade was on the Saturday, the 31st of January, and that was a very quick one right to the next day. So two trades here, 3.85% and then 28.8% respectively. And looking at the equity curve, same specs as last time, combined in and out of sample and live forward. 58% total, max drawdown as per TradingView 10.83%, 24 instances, hit rate 83.3%, profit factor 5.6. Beautiful looking equity curve. And most importantly, again, out of sample and live forward, which is the right side of the chart, you can see is looking good so far. H bar here, we have 3 trades I'll let you take a close look at each of the instances, but very similar to the others. You see 12.14%, 11.32%, and 26.1%. And this is all in the course of a downtrend if you look at this daily chart here. Equity curve here, 86.6%, max drawdown 10.15 with the same sizing, 19 instances, hit rate 78.9%, 15 out of 19, and profit factor a very sweet 8.383, looking excellent here for HBAR. Here we have Ethereum Classic, and this is a different edge. This is the same edge as we just saw in terms of the stretch component, but this is index and stretch. So it has a momentum component and it has a mean reversion, which is the stretch component. And that's what's been active. The X's indicate that it's ineligible for the momentum piece, which can't even trigger right now. That's just an indication on the chart. But the mean reversion stretch has, and you can see a couple trades here, 12.32% and 3.25%. All of this, of course, is walk forward. This is well past the out of sample period. The Ethereum Classic ETC equity curve here has a lot of instances, 57 total. Profit factor north of 3. Hit rate is a little bit lower at 59.65%, but it keeps chugging up and to the right, and that is on unseen data. Good to see. Here we have actual Ethereum, ETH, to Tether, of course, and this is an ADX pop edge. This is actually a loss, and I didn't grab the image of it, but it's just under 10% loss. So met entry on a breakout and quickly reverted back within a few days, part of the bargain of trading, of course, and one of the rare momentum edges to trigger lately. The ETH equity curve here, you can see 48 instances, profit factor 2.38. Hit rate is south of 50%, which is common in momentum edges and systems, and yet total P&L is positive. Max drawdown is pretty minimal and looking good here. Tron ADX pop edge. This is a momentum edge that just triggered and is open. Okay, so this triggered on the 15th of this month, March. And you can see a couple expanded range candles have followed. This continues to seem upside momentum and so far looking good. All right, guys, thank you for watching. And I want to invite you to check out my new website, Just Live, tradingfromparadise.com. If you're interested in anything I've been talking about today in terms of crypto and education and the edges and full code and all that good stuff, there's a link on my site, tradingfromparadise.com, right up top, Quant Crypto course, and that will redirect you to the academy where it is located and you can learn a lot more. Folks, thank you so much for watching today's Edge Report. I will be back on Monday with the All Markets Report. It's an interesting time for all of these asset classes. In the meantime, trade smart, live well, and cheers from the Caribbean.